Hi, this is Ryan Wholey, the CEO of TIS today. I'm in the Taps pub in Lytham St Anne's, which is really the home of rugby for the Fylde Coast. And I'm joined today by Peter Coupe, who is a future strategist for one of Asia's largest fuel companies. Now, I've invited Peter in today. He's very kindly agreed to join us. And I have one question for Peter, which is quite simply a very hot topic at the moment. And the question is the future of diesel dead?
Well, I think the answer to that, Ryan, is categorically no. I think for us in the fuel industry, I think we see risks, but we don't see death.
That's not exactly what we're hearing from the market at the moment, if you believe everything you read and you see. So what are you seeing in terms of the changes that are taking place and what we're likely to see in the sort of medium to long term?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple of things that a lot of those commentators you're talking about don't quite understand about the market. So I think the first is that there's a natural tendency for us all to think about our own interaction with the fuel industry, and a lot of that interaction is with the passenger vehicle.
Okay.
It makes perfect sense to have that in an electric or a hybrid form. I think the reality though is that around 50% of fuel is consumed in the commercial sector.
Okay.
And a lot of that finds its way into heavy goods vehicles, aircraft, a range of shipping, a range of applications. And so I think to say that because what's happening in one particular world is going to take everything to 100%, I think it's a very limited view of the world and shows a lack of understanding about the overall transport market. And the other point I would make as well is that I think when you look into emerging markets, which is where most fuel is now being consumed, the paradigm is very different.
Okay, so there's change that's taking place.
Yeah,
But that's happening mostly with regards to the passenger and small passenger vehicle market.
that's right, because that's the limit of the technology that we're talking about.
Okay, so what would need to happen for everything to become electric?
I think what we're talking about is a need for probably two significant technological breakthroughs. I think one is in terms of battery technology. It's about how can we make them lighter and more powerful, and also to some extent quicker to recharge.
Yeah.
This is all technology that doesn't exist today. And then the second aspect is also how can we develop the renewable fuel industry to reach a point where you can actually truly create a fully green energy solution in the transport market.
You represented one of the largest fuel companies in Southeast Asia. What keeps them up at night? How are they seeing the future?
Our biggest concern was really engine efficiency. So what we believe has been the greatest revolution in transport has been the vast improvements that have been made in the efficiency of a car, of a car's engine and its fuel consumption. So you only need to go back 20 years to see statistics that are rapidly different to what we see today. And I think,
and presumably same for the trucks as well.
yeah, exactly. But I think what, as a fuel company, what that does is it dampens demand. So we naturally see increases from population growth, the wealth effect, more cars on the road. But that's offset by these efficiency gains. The idea that there won't be any gas stations anymore within the next 20 years, I think is not something that we see as a reality in any sense.
Okay, well, thank you, Peter, for joining me today. Appreciate that. It seems that certainly for the time being, diesel is not dead and it has a future as far as the heavy truck market and heavy vehicle market is concerned. If you've got any comments, we'd love to hear from you, and until the next vlog, thank you.